Welcome to this unscheduled live stream coming to you from Sarlona and level 2. I always like to do a little song when I do these unscheduled live streams because, it gives people to get a chance to settle in and grab a drink because, it wasn't scheduled. And I thought I'd just do it for fun. I haven't posted a video in several days because I just made a comment earlier this morning on my channel that the Aasimar project just ended, and then since then I've just been doing party nonstop. But this morning we were supposed to have some downtime. That didn't happen. I think because there's some really bad weather happening in Boston right now, and there's 1 million people without power. So since there's no word from SSG about why the servers didn't go down today, I assume that they all don't have power. So I thought I'd do a live stream just for fun to catch you up what I've been doing since Aasimar Life. The Aasimar project, actually the last video, I made that 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago. December. And I was racing through those lives, but I was only posting videos once every 2 to 3 days. Plus, we had Ravenloft released during that time, so I did the whole first look Ravenloft series in the middle of that series, so that stretched it out even longer. So I've actually done a whole bunch of lives since then. So after my Aasimar lives, let's see, I did wow, that's taking a long time to come up. There we go. Oops, not heroic, we want racials. So after Aasimar, I did all of my gnome and all of my half-elf lives and 1 drow elf. So 7 lives I've done since the Aasimar project. And I'm currently working through my 2nd drow life, and I'm level 2. I really liked, I've been doing, for most of my racials, I've been doing my regular druid build. I did a couple cleric lives for the Aasimar project, and for my first 3 racial lives during the Dragonborn project, I did the bard, I did a bard life, I did a sorc life. But other than those, I've pretty much been just doing druid, because I love my druid. I really liked doing the druid with the half-elf. I did the monk dilettante, that was really strong. Lots of extra heal amp, some extra AC because of the wisdom. That was really cool. I didn't do any videos, during those lives, but I really enjoyed that. The gnome was cool too because I was starting with so many racial action points. Oops. That I was able to pick up 1 and scroll mastery from the racial tree right away. It's really awesome. But here on the drow life, I'm starting with 9 racial action points. Pretty huge. And last life, I tried going for the dark fire right away. Since I started with 9 and you only need a total of 12 to get that, it was just 3 of my other action points put in there. And that was kind of cool. I'm not doing that right now, but I probably should at these low levels, but I'm just doing low skull content because I'm alone. If I was running with crew, I might do higher skulls, but not really that high. For these low levels, my strategy is just to get to level 4 as fast as possible so I can get my Reaper points spent, and then I can start doing higher skull content. But at level 2, when I'm soloing, just R1 for that quick 120% bonus, get to level 4 as fast as possible. Welcome everybody, by the way. Welcome Spice Locks. Welcome Tom Pepper. And Amy Lee. Somebody's crashing my live stream. So that's where things are. I only have 5, counting this one, 5 more live, well 4 more after this one, to finish my racial completionist. I'm getting really excited about that. And then I'm going to take Ginger Spice back to Cap and keep her at Cap for a while I work on Voodoo's racials. And I'm not going racial completionist on Voodoo. I'm just going to... My plan is to do 12 racials. I'm going to do the 2 Con and the 2 Charisma races, and probably that's it. We'll see. I'm also... Probably today I'm going to finish my Ender set on Voodoo, and so I'm looking forward to doing a video showing that, and because I just learned how the set bonuses work on Legendary Green Steel, like the 4 and 5 piece set bonuses. And so, assuming that I get that done and it works as intended, and I can prove to myself that I understand how it works, then I'm going to do a video trying to explain it, because I know that the 4 and 5 piece Legendary Green Steel set bonuses are just a complete enigma to a lot of the community. But a guildie explained it to me recently. I've had people explain it to me before, but it just didn't get it, and it clicked this time. And the write-up and the wiki isn't the greatest. Like, it's not inaccurate, it's just like, it's, there's needs to be a place where all the information is in one place, and it's spelled out a little bit better. So I actually have a guildie that is working on updating that, so hopefully that'll happen soon. What number racial is this? So it takes 33 to get racial completionist. So this would be, I think, 28. Life 28. I've been working on, for those of you following the channel, I've been working on this racial completionist thing for a year now. Yeah, I'm not there yet, but thank you. I want to show you that I don't really have a lot of gear going on at this point. Another reason why I don't want to try to do higher skulls. I just, like I said, I'm racing to 4. I do have a full gear setup for level 3, but at level 2 it's just the basics. I got a shield. I've got a really cool Vorpal level 1 scimitar that I put Festival of Frost on. That happened after the Aasimar project. Got a basic set of armor with invulnerability on it. I love my Necklace of Contemplation. Got the Quan's ring, or Quan's band, and then just a belt with the Master's Gift on it. The good old Quiver of Alacrity, and the Elite Spider Call mask with the Festival Fire Resistance, and the Ragged Rags with the Festival Cold Resistance. Let's do the Yugo pot and the little candy apples. Yeah, 28 lives in a year. Some people would look at that and say that's so slow, and others people would say that's good. So, it's a comfortable pace for me. It's about a life every 2 weeks. Sometimes I knock out these lives in 9 or 10 days. Sometimes it takes me closer to 3 weeks. So this past life, I did almost nothing but the anniversary party. Starting at level 7, I did the party. Literally, that was all I did from level 7 to 20 was the anniversary party, with the exception of, it was actually on Samus's live stream, unintentionally. I invited him to our party group, and he's like, well, I'm live streaming, is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So we actually did IQ 2, because that's some low hanging fruit. When you're like level 18, that's some easy Reaper XP. Those are quick to, super quick to knock out on like R5 with a decent group. So I really wanted to just get that low hanging Reaper XP. But other than that, it was just the party. And I also want to show you that I'm up to 60 Reaper points now, so I'm pretty excited about that. Obviously, they're not spent because you can't spend your Reaper points until level 4, but I should be in wolf form because it's a little bit faster to attack. Yeah, I saw he's got, I saw his series where he did that. That's awesome. Wings, no, almost. Well, almost compared to 0, but you actually need 75 points. You get 70. You're at the 75 point mark when you get your wings. I forget. I think that's like 5.2 million Reaper XP, and I have 3.6. So I've got a ways to go, and I'm not going to get there by the time I finish my racials. So I'm going to have some grinding to do once I get to cap. Maybe I'll do my Aasimar Scourge lives. I don't know. I assume that's going to go on sale in the DDO store when Ravenloft comes out. It's supposed Ravenloft, for those of you who don't know, is supposed to be going on sale in the DDO store this month, and I kind of expected it to be today, but if not today, then I'm guessing next week, next Thursday. And by the way, guys, if you didn't see my video about the party, I really want to make sure you all know that there is just a massive, awesome Sentient weapon XP farm happening right now with the party, and that is, you get your rose-colored goggles for just 10 party favors, and that's a level 30 item, and you can feed those to your Sentient weapon, and it's the best farm right now for leveling your Sentient weapon. And we're going to have a challenge ingredient boost weekend. I suspect it was supposed to be turned on already, but because I think SSG is without power, that hasn't happened yet. But I think we're going to get like a 50% bonus, so that could be like with max, if you're doing max favor runs, that's 12 party favors per run. You could do a run in 4 to 5 minutes with a group. So every 4 to 5 minutes you're getting a level 30 item to feed to your Sentient weapon. It's just awesome. Read some of the comments here. And by the way, welcome BNVP. Happy to have you. So I actually capped out my Sentient Jewel on Ginger Spice. I already had it capped on Voodoo, but I don't even use a Sentient weapon on Voodoo. I did that video talking about the Legendary Green Steel Radiance versus the Dusk Battle Axe, and I'm just gonna keep using the Radiance for now. But so then I had that capped already, but then I capped out Ginger Spices, so that's going to be ready to go once I hit 30, once I get back to level cap. And then I capped out my bards. Don't do video on my bards very often. I don't play my bard very often, but I did a little bit of work on my bard recently, and I'm pretty happy that I've got my bards like enchantment DCs up in the 90s, so I'm able to like crowd control R10s with mass hold monster, mass charm monster, and stuff. So that's really cool. By the way, if you happen to be on Sarlona and you're playing this morning, well, I guess it's this afternoon now, I'm going to be hosting a Legendary Shroud. I don't know if it's going to be normal or hard, but maybe in about a half hour to an hour, maybe shortly after the live stream ends. So if you're interested in that, send me a tell. It'll be on one of my alts, probably either Sporty Spice or Azalea. My Spellsinger Bard, yeah. He's not... The term Haggle Bard usually refers to just a tune that's set aside just for that purpose. He's more than just a Haggle Bard, but yeah. That tune that, a couple years ago I did a video showing, like, how high haggle he had, and that you can sell and get a lot more plat when you have high haggle. Significant amount. And I found out since then that there's actually a cap to haggle, and I believe it's 140. And I reached it. I thought that was pretty funny. Thank you, BMV. Your video was awesome. I really appreciate that. It was very thoughtful. Very cool. been talking a lot lately about doing Reaper Life Season 2. So I know some of you have been looking forward to that, and that is going to happen. It's probably going to be my next series, but may not happen for a couple months. I've been dragging my feet on it because, as probably most of you know, the Druid Enhancement Pass is coming. I'm really excited about that. There's going to be some really cool changes. I don't think there's enough that's going to happen, at least what we've seen so far, but it's definitely an improvement. So that's a great thing. And I would really like Reaper Life Season 2 to include the new Druid enhancements. And I think I can time it to make Reaper Life Season 2 my final racial life. And that's what I'd like to do. Just hypothetically, whether that will happen or not, I don't know. But I'd like to have Reaper Life Season 2 be my final racial life. I think that would be kind of cool. And it's not going to be the same crew as before. There'll be some of the same people, but there's going to be a couple new people. Will be all my guildies. What would I say the best Destiny sphere to max first in terms of past lives? Well, it really depends on your build. But to say a little bit more on that, I guess, for example, the primal past lives and primal and divine past lives are good for everybody because that's extra hit points and extra PRR. I mean, everybody needs that, right? But, there's passive and active components to the epic past lives, so, there could be active components that you really want to get, so you'd want to look at that in addition to the passive components. But yeah, your build, whether you're a caster or a melee or whatever. Run away! I really don't have much going on in the way of DPS at this point. So even R1 Reapers can be a little scary. Not a big deal, but I certainly don't have a weapon to beat up Reapers. And as you can see, I'm getting just incorporeal miss. I was going to do a video of these two, but then I thought, you know what? Let's do a live stream for fun. I don't live stream very often. Usually just the teaching raids and some other things once in a while. But I thought I'd just flip it on this morning just for fun. I'm just healing myself with Cure Serious Wounds pots, by the way. I kind of wish I had picked up that Drow Darkfire at this point. So I could hit the Reapers with it. just in case there's anybody watching that doesn't know my build, it's a caster build. It's like a tanky caster build, but you know, at level 2, I don't have any casting power, so I'm really just better off running around in wolf form and meleeing stuff. But with the Druid Enhancement Pass, it looks like even at level 2, Druids will have more casting power, which is really cool. And we're going to have a new SLA, Splinter Bolt, I think, or Salt Ray. I always get those two mixed up. That's the level 2 thing, I think. Yeah, that's a good point, Amber, Scion. Sunflasks do work on Reapers, but I'm too lazy. I did Haberdasher earlier, and I can use Charm Animal in there, which is usually what I do on the Druid, just charm the Scorpions and basically have them fight each other. But this life, just for fun, I picked up this enhancement in the Drow Tree, which gives big bonuses, +9 to hit and damage versus Vermin. And I was just tearing up the Scorpions. I thought that was pretty cool. I will swap that out, but I picked it up just for fun for these low levels. If you don't know, Monday is supposed to be the opening of Lamannia, and I believe the Druid and Artificer passes are going to be there to test out. And that'll be the first pass, and I think it's going to be open for a few days. And then the following Monday is going to be, I believe, the actual quests for Update 38. So I'm going to jump on Lamannia. I don't get on Lamannia very often, but, you know, with the Druid enhancements happening, hell yeah, I'm going to get on there. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to bother fighting them. I got my XP, that's all I wanted. These Lobby quests are a great place to look for Lobby Vorpals in the reward list, and I always look for items with green slots too, but I don't look like I have any of that. I'm going to do Sunken Sewer next. That'll be the last 2 I do. I'm already able to take level 3, but it's a quick one. So what the hell. You know, I mentioned a little while ago that I'm just about to finish my Ender set on Voodoo. But for those of you who, I know there's at least one person that uses the Voodoo Warlock build. I already posted the changes to my equipment list. You know, I made notes that I was changing over and linked the new configurations for the new green steel that I will be using. I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to do a video talking about that. You know, like I said, I didn't understand how the 5-piece set bonuses work. I didn't understand all the bonuses that you got leading up to it. I didn't understand that the Ender set was also an opposition set, and Voodoo was already rocking a 3-piece opposition set. So I've been running that for the better part of the past year, not realizing I was only 2 pieces away from an Ender set. And once I realized that, I checked how many of the Codex runes I had, and I had like over 15,000 in the bank. So it was, you know, I had enough materials to do it. So hell yeah, getting on that. I'm gonna check my ship buffs. I am going to go get ship buffs before I do Sunken Sewer. Those cargo buffs are huge. A little tip for you. This weapons broker here, great place to look for low B Vorpals. I have pulled a lot of low B Vorpals out of here, some really valuable ones. In fact, this one, I'm pretty sure I pulled out of here. Not with the Festival Frost, I added that, but, you know, a level 1 Vorpal with draining on it, hell yeah, give it to me. So, look at it, there's one right now, level 1. I mean, it's a bastard sword, so I'm not going to pick it up, but, you know, if you use bastard swords, that's cool. So if you're on Charlona right now and you use bastard swords, run over here and get that. Let's see if we got any other Vorpals. You also want to make sure to check, there's a Vorpal comma, level 2. You know, if you just see one with like one, here it just says Keen with one descriptor, a lot of times that Vorpal doesn't show up in the name, so make sure you hover over that, and like this Impact Heavy Mace, but that its armor piercing is the unlisted quality. So if you're just flipping through real quick, Vorpal Scepter. If you're just flipping through real quick, make sure that you know, stop at the items that just have one descriptor, like this Kopesh of Stunning 1. The other descriptor that's missing from the name could be Vorpal. No interesting Vorpals for me to pick up, but like I said, I check that every single day. And people have, you know, one of my most requested videos is to make a video talking about how to make plat and shards. And as I've talked about before, it's, you know, I've avoided doing that because, you know, what's hot shifts over time. What's going to sell well changes. So if I did a video on that, you know, 6 months later, you know, some of that information could be obsolete. You know, I'd have to remake that video probably at least every 6 months or a year. But if you're looking to make a little plat, you can check the pawn shops for low B Vorpals. Low B Vorpals, if it's, you know, a desirable weapon, especially if it has a decent second ability like feeding or draining or something, and especially if it has a slot. I mean, if you can find a Vorpal with a red slot that's low B, that's pimp. I do use an old school, oh, it's still got the Gem of Power for 39 minutes, an old school large shield with a large slot. I just use it up until level 4, and I slot it up with 80 spell points. 20 of those don't stack with the new ship buffs, but 60 of them are over and above the 20 you get from the new ship buffs, so I think it's cool to have an extra 60 hit points at these low B levels. But like I said, I only use that until level 4. You remember when I was the successor of High Lords, when did I become the leader? That happened about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. The leader proper, Zamzi, he had a kid, and you know, he hadn't been playing for a long time, and he would pop in now and then. Oops, I didn't want to go here. But you know, he hasn't really played seriously for a long time, and he passed leadership to me like I said, maybe about 4 months ago. So yeah, I'm the leader proper now. No, it wasn't a hostile takeover. He and I had to talk about it. I wouldn't do that to him. He and I have a long history together in this game. He's an old friend, one of my first friends in this game, and you know, this is still his guild, as far as I'm concerned. But it was really a step that became necessary with Zamzi logging on less and less, and us having to do, you know, the leader is the only one in the guild that has certain privileges, and so that the person with the ability to do those things really needed to be somebody who was in the game more often. So we just switched roles. I'm the leader. I have the leader banner right now, and Zamzi is carrying the successor banner. Watch me die here. That would be funny. I've done it before. See, I only recently learned that you don't even have to fool around with those levers. Just come over here, jump up, and boom. Nimbin showed me that little trick several lives ago. Oh, that was cool. Oh, I got nothing going on against skeletons. Sunflask would be good. I should be summoning a wolf. My attention is always divided when I'm doing videos, but then when I'm doing live streams, it's even more divided, and I'm just not focused on what's going on in the game as much as I should be. Yeah, you're right. I do have the ring from Sharn. The trinket, I don't bother with. It is a beautiful trinket, but I have another trinket that I use at level 3, a crafted one, so I just don't bother with something that I'm going to be wearing just for, you know, a level. Gotta get my 10 kills to get Reaper XP. Not that I'm getting much on R1, but and that's another thing, you know, with these lobby quests, you're getting such little gain out of doing higher skull Reapers that it's just not really worth the effort. But, you know, I would, if I was running with crew, which I usually am not at these lobby levels, you know, usually I find myself TRing in the middle of the night and just, you know, quickly get into 3 or 4 by myself. But if I was running with crew, then, you know, we'd be doing a little bit higher than this. Pretty good DPS against the Scorpions. Because of that drought enhancement. Good for me, anyways. Well, guys, that is all. I just want to do a short live stream to catch you up on what's been happening, what I've been doing since the Aasimar project, because, like I said, I did a lot of lives since then, and thought I'd catch you guys up and do a live stream also because I hadn't done a video in several days. So thanks for joining me for these couple quests. I'm going to shut down the live stream, but if there are any questions, I'll be monitoring the chat for about 5 minutes. You have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon.